I've been working on a really satisfying project this week to design and build a dining table for my new house. The brief is to make an oak table which is circular with a diameter of 1 metre, which will fit in the corner of our new kitchen. I managed to find some lovely Perthshire oak boards for the project which I glued together, and in order to cut the circular shape for the tabletop, I've glued a small dowel in the underside of the top which corresponds to a little hole in the extension table of the bandsaw. I can then swing the table round and cut a perfect circle, which is incredibly satisfying. Now the tabletop is roughed out and perfectly circular, it's time for a quick sand and then we can move on to the frame and legs and figure them out. For the legs, I've orientated them radially to the circle and I've slightly tapered them and kind of splayed them in a sort of mid-century way. They'll then be connected by aprons which will be dominoed into the legs and all glued and clamped together. I want the table to be as comfortable as possible, so I've radiused the top of the table and the frame in order to stop any elbows and knees getting bashed. I'm using this router jig to add a bevel on the underside of the tabletop, which will give it a more slim and elegant profile. I offered up the finished tabletop to the frame assembly and figured out where to put the insert nuts in order to bolt the top to the frame. I then gave the frame and legs a good coating of tung oil and took the tabletop up to its final finish. The bottom of the table was now ready for its first coat of tung oil. You can also see the insert nuts there, which I'll use to bolt it to the frame. The top of the table will get 4 coats of tung oil in all and will be done over the course of a week until it's completely dry and waterproof. The frame was attached to the tabletop using some M6 Allen nuts and I left a little bit of wiggle room for expansion and contraction. I'm really happy with how this Scottish oak table turned out and I can't wait to build the next piece of furniture for the house. It was definitely one of the most satisfying things I've ever made.